this all set up. Hey, what's up, guys? This is TBone here. Welcome back to another stream of Gemstone Legends. I'm just jumping on light now since I knew I was going to do this. I knew I was going to open up some platinum scrolls for both the event and also for my daily quest. And so I figured, why not do a little bit of a stream for it just to kind of showcase it. And at the same time, while I'm at it, I just did a unit feature on Ketra. So I thought I would also showcase her against Nagash here so that you could take a look and see how good she really is as a rare unit. I think she's really, really great. And so, yeah, take a look at that. And also, before I go on, just remember, if you're just watching this, if you haven't joined yet, if you're actually just kind of, browsing the game, I am also having a contest going on, so you're going to be able to see it in the description below. You can also take a look at one of my previous videos for a $3,000 giveaway that Gemstone Legends is doing. So it's really exciting, and join the guilds that's that's participating, and you can win some cash also. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the event here. So the event I'm looking at is a Hero of Kronar, and so my advice here is typically there's always once a month where you're going to do this type of event where you're going to have to open up scrolls to earn rewards. And so save your scrolls, for these situations, because you can see here, if you open up a platinum scroll, you get 300 trophies. A gold scroll just gives you 10. So if you save up your platinum scrolls for the Hero of Kronar, you're going to be able to get some rewards here, including a legendary tome, which is going to be very useful for you to upgrade your legendary heroes or your 6-star heroes, right? And so let's go ahead and open up a few platinum scrolls. I got most of these from the friends, so the friends reaching Prestige 2 level 20, so I got platinum scrolls there. I got a reward as well, and I also bought one from the guild shop. So I'm glad I have these. We're gonna go open up. We're gonna open up 3 for now, right? So let's open up a few, and then we'll go back and take a look and see how well we're doing in our event. And then I'm hoping that out of the 3, one of them will be a legendary. We'll see. Keep our fingers crossed. It could very well be three epics as well. But let's go and take a look. So let's go ahead and summon them. I also have not a whole lot of space, so I can't really open up too many scrolls either. But let's see. So let's go ahead and close this out. So we get Logan. I don't think I have Logan, so that's the first one. And then let's go open up a second one. So we'll open up 3, take a look at our events and see how we're doing here. And we have another epic, and it's going to be Yorgola. So now Yorgola is one that I have already. So this is a duplicate. Come on, let's get a legendary hero, and let's see if we do get a legendary, which one it's going to be. It's going to be another epic, and I get Ruby. Okay, so Ruby is one of the newer heroes. Let's take a look and see how we're doing now. I think just by opening up 3, that's 900 points right there, right? So that already jumped me all the way up to 1050. So that's awesome, right? So we get also a gold scroll from there. And I guess if we open up one more platinum, then we should be able to finish this event. Because I'll get at least a epic, so that's 50, so 350. Actually, no, I won't quite finish it just by opening up another one. So let's go open up 2 more. And hopefully we'll get something good out of it. So I want to save a couple, right? Save a couple of the platinum scrolls. And then I think what I'll do is I'll switch over to the gold scrolls, fill up the space, and then see what we do. So let's go ahead and open up 2. I don't, like, I don't mind if I don't get legendary units, because honestly, like, there are so many that I have to level up and use. It kind of gets a little overwhelming, so I don't mind it. I do have Lenora already, so she is also a duplicate. Now let's open up 1 more and let's see what we get here. Keeping our fingers crossed, and it's another one I have also. So I have another duplicate epic hero. So now I've opened up 5, and I think the thing's like 7. I think 7 is around the time when it kicks in, so that you will get you'll get a legendary unit after 7, I think. So we'll see. Mount Fillmore, how are you doing? I'm missing all the secondary event in the gun. Oh, sorry, buddy. I haven't had a time to play a lot of the events so far. But if there's a 2nd anniversary event, if it's a good event, I'll take a look. So what's cool here right now is Oh, you're on YouTube, right? So I can actually check and see if people are also messaging from Twitch, because I can actually view that as well. All right, so I've got 2. I can't decide what I want to do. I kind of feel like I want to save my platinum scrolls, just because if I save it, and here you go. So we've completed the event. So that was pretty quick, right? If I pull the remaining 2. Then I guess that would mean that I should be guaranteed a legendary unit, but then if I save it for future events, like, then that will probably be a little bit better. I'm not sure. So I think instead what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and think about, let's see how much space we have left remaining, right? So I've got 103. So I got 17 slots remaining. Let's go ahead and open up a few of the gold scrolls, just so I can see if I can pull something out of it. So 107, so I can 13. I can get at least 1 epic. So let's go ahead and open up until we get 1 epic unit. And let's see what we get. So we get Poppy, Brick, Quorum, Yorn, Oncle. And since I already pulled a legendary recently with my gold scrolls, I'm not expecting I'm going to get one. And I feel like I'm going to be getting, hopefully at you know, before my slots fill up, I'll pull an epic hero, and we do get that, and it's going to be Lily. I feel like I have Lily already. I'm trying to remember which one I don't have. Let's see the lexicon, and if I don't already have Lily and I pulled her, that's good. But here you go, we have Ruby, so that's good. So Ruby is one that I was looking at. Actually, I didn't have her already. And Logan is one I don't have. Okay, so everything else is already a duplicate. So let's go ahead and we're gonna stop here, because I'm just gonna be filling up my slots otherwise. So didn't get any legendaries using my 5, right? How many 5? 5 platinums. Ah, my gosh, I feel like it's such a waste if I just do this without getting a legendary. Kind of wanted to save them, but you know what? I don't do this often. So let's go ahead and open up the rest of the 2. Do I have space? I have 114, so we do have space. I can at least open up 2 more, and let's hope that one of the 2 is going to be a legendary unit. And it is. I was just waiting for that one more. And then we got Geshem. Okay, so Geshem is going to be our tank. It's a blue warden, so I think he'll be really good. I don't actually know how to use him. So I'm gonna have to figure it out, but I'm glad that I got that. So we got at least 1 legendary unit, so that's good. I could just stick around. I can save 1 and also 150 shards, so I can at least save 2 units for the next time. And let's see, some former Blizz devs were involved in making this game. I'm not sure. So the developers of this game is actually based in Poland. And I'm not sure that whether they were part of Blizzard or not. Do I think that Blizzard will ever recover from this current free fall from grace? I think that just, you know, it's got such bad, it just got such bad reputation all around, and I'm not sure. I'm sure that they'll. It's hard to say. I'm sure that they'll come up with something. Hopefully, they'll come up with something that will address the issues. But like, you know, they did make a big mess out of a lot of things for sure. But I haven't really paid a lot of attention to them. Solmir. it is a genie. It is a genie. It actually looks kind of like the it kind of looks like the genie from the live version of Aladdin. But yeah, Geshem is a warden, and he's actually pretty good, I think. So I just gotta figure out how to use him, and we'll make a video about that. All right, so let's go ahead and regenerate everything. So I actually used this setup, and it worked really well. So if you have Kusai, she works really well with your fire units, because she does decrease resistance and also vulnerability. And so you basically deal more damage to the unit for sure. And also I got Ruby Dragon to make my lure card do more damage. So let's go ahead and do a fight. I need to make sure that I get, let's see, what do I need? I need more mana potions. All right, so let's go ahead and do this so we can see if we can do a little bit better. King Dragon, welcome to the stream. Yeah, it was my one. I pulled 6. I used 6 platinum scrolls to get that, so it took a while. It was a little bit more than I wanted to, but I have 2 more remaining, so that's good. I was hoping to get you know, 2 to see my luck, but I'm happy with 1. All right, so let's go ahead and cast this. So I upped the accuracy of Kusai by quite a bit, but didn't work out this time. So let's go ahead and see if we can. I don't have good red gem drops this time, so this is going to be a little bit of an issue for me. Okay, at least I can get lure card to go, right? So one thing to know about the boss here, if you're fighting the boss, when he casts his special skill, I think he also cleanses his debuffs, right? So if you know that he's going to be casting his active skill, then don't activate your skill right beforehand. So that way you know that you could so you can prolong, I guess, your debuffs. All right, so we got decreased resistance, we got vulnerability now, and we're going to get burn on him. And let's go ahead and take a look and see how much lure card does. So 17,000 for that 1 hit. Bella, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining me here. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look now. And so we're gonna be able to activate Ketra now. Let's see how much Ketra deals. 30,000. 1 single hit, I was able to do 30,000 with Ketra at this point because there is a decreased resistance and also vulnerability. So she deals a ton of damage, hits like a truck. And let's see. So what I'm doing right now, I'm actually saving my red gems so that I can match her match the gems on Ketra's turn, because I want to activate her skills again. If I matched it earlier, then I actually wouldn't have enough to activate her skills. So paying attention to the turns to know when you should be matching is going to be very important. All right, so let's go ahead and do another hit and another 30,000. That's 60,000 already just from Ketra. Two hits. Captain McIntyre. So how do I decrease rage? So you cannot decrease the rage on the dragon. So once the turns go down to 0 and dragon starts raging, you can't control it. Like every turn, it is going to just continue to increase damage and everything. And so that's why you just have to do the best you can within the 30 turns. Afterwards, my suggestion is to use your if you have reflect, use reflect so that you can reflect a lot of the damage. So like the benefit is the boss is going to deal more damage later on, and then if you have reflect set up, then you'll be able to reflect more of that damage back to the dragon, which actually helps you a lot. So like there are cases where I've seen like I would reflect back, you know, just 10 to 12,000 damage just from doing that. All right, so you'll notice here I'm going to not activate everything. I'm not going to use the my ruby dragon. I'm just going to wait until the next turn. That's what I'm going to do. And let's go ahead and match this. The dragon is going to be able to, unfortunately, match everything. So you see he cleared all of his negative status. So that's why you don't want to use it right before you know it's going to be used. But we're going to be able to cast it here, at least for a couple of turns, so we can use Lurkar's ability. And I don't think I'm going to be able to activate... I'm not sure I'm going to be able to activate Ketra. Okay. I will be able to activate Najar, so that I could at least do that. One thing I'm thinking about is I don't have to do this turn. I was thinking about using my mana potion, but I think I'm going to hold off on that because Kusai is going to be able to use her skill next, and so I'm just going to wait for that. So yeah, you can't set decreased rage. The dragon becomes really difficult once the dragon's raged up, and so you will have to make sure that you try to deal with it as try to deal as much damage as you can early on. Okay, so this what really sucks is when the dragon cast his spell, I ended up not being able, like I ended up losing some mana, right? So his special skill also takes away mana, which can be very annoying, right? So let's go ahead and I didn't get my critical hit this time, but I do need to make sure that I activate Najar's skill. so that I can get the reflect going. Okay, so we'll do this. Yeah, my gem drop is not very good right now, so like I'm not getting a lot of red gems, and now I'm getting red gems, right? But here's the problem: I keep losing out on. I keep giving the dragon ability to match enough green gems so that he's constantly activating his skill, and I didn't want that. I couldn't take away enough of his green gems, which is really unfortunate. Okay, so let's take a look here. So Najar. So I might need to use my big potion actually. Okay, so let's go ahead and I will activate here 16, so that's good. Not nearly as good as I was able to get. Like you'll see, like the amount of damage I was able to deal earlier. I went almost 400,000. I was able to get almost 400,000 damage. All right, so I think by this point I was already close to 300. And let's go ahead and activate here. So 14 from Lurkar. Just have to do the best I can, I guess. Okay, so we'll go ahead and activate this once more. And let's see if we can just get more damage out of here. I'm actually going to use a potion on Ketra. Okay, I'm going to activate here. Let's see how much damage you can do. So Lurkar was able to do 21 and 32 this time from Ketra. So there you go. Now we're talking. Okay. So we'll do this, and that. Again, not going to be able to stop the dragon from filling up the skill for the next turn. But I guess there's not much we can do about that. Okay, 1, 2, 3. But we can at least get Najar's skill. So we have 8 turns remaining before the rage happens, right? So what should we be doing here? So we got a reflect set up. We got Ketra, so hopefully I'm hoping that Ketra's mana got stolen. That's a if you notice that you can't activate your skills, and that is because of the fact that the dragon just simply steals it from you, and it's extremely annoying. Yes, it is. So this is where use your mana potions to to help you out. So like you want to try and get more damage if you can, but that unfortunately didn't yield any good results, and I have basically like no red gems here. Okay, so I also need to make sure that I give a little bit of health. 4 turns. 4 turns. What can I do here? 1, 2, 3. I think the next turn is going to be my last one, and I will be able to get to at least over 300, right? So we can at least do that. So let's go ahead and activate all my skills now, because once the dragon rages, I'm not going to be able to cast anything anymore. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm going to activate this, and this is going to be a little bit of a waste, but I'm going to activate Ketra's skill. Let's hope that we can do another. Okay, so 26, not as high as I would have liked to see. This one doesn't give you 100%. This gives you 75% mana. Do I use it on Lurkar? And let's see how much Lurkar does. 8. That was a lot of potion for 8,000 damage. So we'll just have to deal with it. Okay, so now we have reflect. So we went from 336 to 340, and you'll see if I can get my Najar's skill up again, then we will be able to get more damage. But the problem right now is getting Najar's skill activated. That's my concern, is I'm not going to be able to do that. 1, 2, 3. Can I get this? Oh my goodness! And this is where, I wasted it. This is where I wasted my mana potion on something else. Right, so I wasted the mana potion on Lurkar that gave me 8,000, but I could have reflected for at least like another 20. Oh goodness. Okay, so got 2,000 there. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. So the hope is Najar doesn't die. Then I'll be able to I can't activate a skill because my mana keeps getting stolen. I think I'm just gonna die at this point, right? Because I think what happens here is everyone's just going to die, and I couldn't get the reflect going. I wasted that mana, so that was a really bad decision on my part to use that mana. I can get one last hit in, right? One last hit in. 1, 2. So the final count is going to be 354,000, but I think if I were able to get my reflect in, I would have been at least 370. Right, so I didn't do as well this time, but take a look at how much damage Ketra did. 178,000. 178,000 with Ketra, and that's because I have Kusa here, who I didn't even ascend yet. So she's just she's a level 40. Didn't ascend her just yet, so her health is a little low, but she did really well. So let's see. You got a few more people. That's awesome. So recruiting, guys. If you are join King Dragon's Guild. It's they call it TBone Legends. So very nice guild name. I like it. So yeah, you should go for it. And so the contest, I believe, is still happening on the 18th. I will definitely continue to make announcements and let you guys know more. You'll know when it starts. I'll provide more information as I get them as well. And so thanks everybody for joining. All right, so here's what I want to do. Right, let's go to the market and let's take a look. Are there any? There isn't any. I kind of wanted to do this one more time just to see if we can do a little bit better. So if we take a look at the amount of damage I was able to do, 168 the first time, 178 the second time. I actually did better because Ketra had more critical hits, but I did less with Lurkar, and I didn't reflect nearly as much as I would have liked to because I didn't have enough potions. So this is where I really need to be a little bit better about my potion usage. And if we go back here and take a look and see, do we have any more potions? I don't have any more mana potions. So that's going to be a little bit of a problem. I don't really have anything here. Mana potions is, something that is just, you have to farm for them, and you have to try and find them in the shop. One of the things you can do is you can go to the market and you can refresh for 5 diamonds each time and try and pull it. But you could easily spend hundreds of gems and not get anything. So I'll show you right now. So you can go ahead and refresh and see what we get. Okay, so there's at least apples. I buy some apples as well just so that I could use them. Okay, so here you go. We have a couple of potions here. So that was a good, that was good for 5 gems. Let's see if we can, I'll spend 25 gems. I'll spend up to 25 gems and see if I can get some more mana. Okay, so that's 2 right there, so that's good. And by the way, like, I don't buy the individual one, like this one right here, Antidote. I buy the bigger one because usually you're going to be impacted by usually it's your entire team that will be affected and not just a single hero. So you definitely want to do that. Okay, so far I spent 20 gems and I gotten quite a few mana potions, so I'm glad about that. That's actually one that I need the most for this to work. And so I think we're better equipped now. And so King Dragon, you're gonna get Streetbog in the next day or so. I think you're going to really enjoy him. I'm just waiting to farm up my coins. I almost have my units leveled up fully now, so I just need to wait a little bit. And I'm gonna put all my mana potions in. Okay, so this way I don't end up screwing up like I did. I need to save at least 1 mana potion for when the dragon rages, so they can turn on reflect. That's the key here. I can get mana potion by the Desert Rift 9. Yeah, so like I could farm for it. I just I do a lot of farming on the rifts, but I just feel like I'd never get enough. I feel like I never get enough. Okay, so let's go ahead and see. Okay, so that's good. So we'll go ahead and activate skill for Kusai. So sometimes Kusai also does two. Like she'll actually activate her skill twice, which is really nice. Okay, and then we'll go to be able to do this and that. Okay, so let's go ahead and activate alert card. See what you do. 14,000, 26,000. Yeah, just like, you know, just she's really good. I'm really impressed with how well she's performing, to be honest with you. All right, so let's do that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I want to take away as many of the green gems from the board as possible. Like I want to keep him from being able to activate his skill twice. Right, so I think I was able to do that one time because I don't think he'll be able to fill it this time. That's really the problem here. Like, you know, the mana getting stolen, all of that is really sort of like the problem here. All right, so let's go ahead and okay, good. So I'll be able to use Kusai. And let's do one. I'll use up Lurkar's skill now so that I can fill up his skill a little bit as well. Okay. I thought that I was able to get. I thought I was going to be able to get Ketra, but I guess not. Okay, we'll do this. Just going to fill up Ketra's skill. Let's go ahead and activate it. 26,000 again. Good. How am I doing at health? Health is okay. All right. So here, what we need to do is we need to take away the green gems. Okay. We need to take away the green gems so that he can't use it the next turn. Am I not a poison fan? Casting poison on the dragon, I've heard that it works really well. I haven't really played that style as much, especially since so since they sort of like nerfed the whole like HP based damage, like burn, poison, and bleed. I haven't used it as much, but I know some people use it to pretty good results. I have to try it next time. I'll use it next time. I think poison works better against Nagash too, if I'm not mistaken. Have you had good success with using poison against the Nagash? Okay, so let's see how much damage you can do here. 14,000. Okay, health. I guess there's really no reason to not use Guinevere, but kind of want to save it just in case. Okay, so can't activate anyone, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. So they'll be able to activate next turn. Okay, so I don't have to worry about Najar activation just yet. I will have to worry about it next turn. And so we're going to go ahead and activate everything now. 122, 144 now. 32,000. There you go. So that's kind of what I was hoping for. Unfortunately, not enough. Not enough to activate Ketra again. Okay, so here's another problem. Really, is like, you know, because I am using, you know, I have 4 fire units on the team, so it's really slow to build up their mana too. So that's kind of an issue here. Okay, so I think I can actually activate here without yeah, because the dragon is not going to be able to activate just yet. I'm not going to do anything here. I'm just trying to prevent them from being able to activate. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. 1, 2, 3. Super slow. Like I I still can't get Ketras to activate, so now we're going to focus on this, right? So let's see, another 30, so we're 250 with 14 turns remaining, so I think we're doing okay right now. Okay, so we're gonna do this so we can activate Guinevere when we need to. Okay, so I didn't activate Najar. That was a big mistake. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. We're gonna activate Najar. 1, 2, 3. 10 turns remaining with 270. I feel like near the end is where I make some mistakes with, like, you know, how I'm playing and just overall like not doing as well. Okay, so there you go. So she's now casted twice. So I think I need 4 fire gems. Fire gems. I need 4 red gems. 1. Yeah, I needed 4. I needed 4 to be able to activate Najar, but good thing is I'm able to get it here, so we'll do that. Okay, let's not forget to activate Najar now. And I still have my mana potions that I've saved up for this purpose. So we're now 307. Let's see how much. 311. So we're gonna try and make sure that we stay alive and get our reflect going near the when the rage happens. Okay, so 1, 2. What are we gonna do here? We'll do this. Okay, and so we'll go ahead and activate here. Oh, she couldn't activate her. Okay, that's okay. So we'll do 1, 2, 3. Oh, all of that didn't do anything still, because he's still gonna be able to activate. Okay, so we have 2 turns before the rage. We're 326. Okay, so I can do this. 1, 2, 3. So here's gonna be our sort of like last hurrah, if you will. Let's go ahead and activate Ketra first. 28, so we're at 355 now. I could do... What I need to do is I need to try and save some. So this will give me 25%. So I can use 1 and then this one to give me 100%. Let's see if we can do a little bit more. Another 28. So we're at 383. Okay, so now we're at 383. I think I can use Reflect to deal the rest of the damage. And so I'm not going to waste any more. And so what I'm going to do now instead is I'm just going to make sure that I match some red gems. 1, 2, 3. So I need to match at least some red gems so that hopefully I can activate Najar. Okay, so now we're at 387. Let's hope that we can get up to 400 just from the Reflect. Okay. All right, so we're gonna do 1, 2. See, here's the thing, like the boss literally just like jumped ahead again, so I didn't activate him, but luckily I still have my Reflect on. Okay, so I was lucky there. I'm kind of worried though that it's going to happen again, so I'm just gonna go ahead and activate now. Let's do this. Okay, so I can activate him now. So he doesn't jump ahead, so that's good. So I can use Ketra one more time. Everything's gonna get resisted because the rage is now at 250%. We're over 400. That was what I wanted. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish this off now. The boss will probably just finish me off at this point. So we're at 404, 407, 415, So you can just see, like, you know, how much damage gets reflected back, because the boss is now at like 400 plus, right? 420. So you can see, like, we literally went up like almost 20,000 just from reflect. And I'm not going to waste any more, not really going to waste any more potions here. So I'm just going to go ahead and do one last attack. And we did run out of reflect, so 420 is going to be the final damage. But hey, my highest amount of damage ever. Okay, and look at this, 223,000 from Ketra herself. And she's not yet 6 stars, she's at 5 stars. And this is why I featured her as one of my first video, to feature her for damage. I just think that she did really well. And much easier to obtain, right? She's a really easy to obtain card, and once you get her, just, you know, focus on getting her defense level up, get her critical damage amount up, and you're gonna do really, really well. I think she's awesome. And so over 1 million with my 3 attacks, and yeah, the highest amount of damage, 420, my highest ever. So this is sort of like, you know, like slowly building up. Now, of course, this is against a 3-star boss, but I'm still pretty happy about that. All right, so just a quick summary here. Let's take a look and see. We did get, I only have 5 slots more, remaining, so I'm not going to pull anymore. We did get 1 legendary unit, and so let's take a quick look there, and it's going to be right here. Let's go ahead and Geshem. So Geshem is going to be the tank. It's going to be a blue tank. Not sure if I'm going to be using him in my Rift just yet, but let's at least take a look and see his skill. So he'll inflict Assassin Mark on the enemy. So actually that works pretty well, because then you'll be able to deal more damage to him, and vulnerability on the enemy. So actually he's not bad, like in terms of support to, like, as a tank. So he's a tank, but a tank that will cause the enemy to take more damage. So that's actually really good. And then he will also grant one of these things on somebody whenever he gets attacked. You just have to level it up. So like it's 10% to begin with, and then up to 15%. All right, so whenever he gets attacked, he will give something to somebody, but there's a 10% chance, so it's like more than likely nothing will happen, but you'll get some boost. So I guess the thing I'm gonna have to figure out is how to, you know, like put him into a team, what composition works for him, and also just what works well. So like I can see here mana gain 24, so that automatically tells me that I should put in a caster set, because I don't think there is a mana gain. So if I had unlimited amount of gold and also legendary tomes, then I can go up to level 6, but I think it's more safe to say let's just put in a caster set on him, because if I wanted to upgrade him, how much would it cost? It would cost 1 million. It costs 1 million per level. All right, so I don't have that kind of gold to upgrade just yet, but yeah, so here are my legendary units. So finally a blue one, so I'll be able to put him into a team, and hopefully we can take on the Rift. Next thing I'm going to do in one of the shorter videos is how I am also currently farming Rift 20 for Phoenix. So if you take a look, you know, in the blue team, this is what you eventually want to get to. And honestly, like I was able to get this without Torbjorn. Like if you had this set up with Alton, you're gonna want to do it this way though. You're gonna want to put Alton here and then Nora here. Look at it. So if you can get Guinevere, you can have 4 rare units, and you'll be able to successfully get through. You're gonna be able to successfully attack Rift 20 with good success. Now Alton actually kind of is a little bit of a how should I say this? Alton can be a little bit of a problem when you're up against the Phoenix, because what happens is sometimes the Phoenix will where did my Nora go? Sometimes the Phoenix will have immunity, and then what ends up happening is all your units start attacking someone else. But I can show you. I can show you if I use Alton. One of the things you have to do is you kind of have to monitor it. So let's go ahead and take a fight. So we're going up against we're going up now against Rift Phoenix level 20, and so what you should not have too much of a problem if you come in with all blue units. And if you have Guinevere, she's going to be really helpful. Now, if you have Streetbog I think is going to definitely be the unit you're definitely going to have on the team. So I'm really close to getting him crafted, and once I get his fusion going, then I'll be able to showcase as well. So the strategy for getting up to Rift 20 is you'll probably, if you don't have Guinevere, you'll probably end up getting stuck around 16, right? I was stuck on 16 for a long time without Guinevere, and what you need is you need some way to heal, you need a way to dispel, you need a way to just basically get past the enemy. But then for me, I found that after I crafted, once I did the fusion for Guinevere, I was able to get through 17, 18 relatively easily. 19 took a little bit of time, but then 20, I realized that if you bring in healers, so Varvin actually is a really good unit for this example. Like, if you don't have a lot of really good blue attackers, Varvin would work really well. You don't need Torbjorn. Like I said, you can use Nora plus Xena. Those two will deal enough damage for you. And then so you can see here, like, the problem right now is you're gonna get into the situation where you're going to get hit by bleed and you're gonna get hit by heal block. Okay, and so having Guinevere there to dispel it really helps. And you just want to load up on healers. So now here we are on the Phoenix at this point. So sometimes one of the green golems will is it golem or totem? A totem, right? One of the totems will actually cast immunity on the Phoenix, and when it casts the immunity on the Phoenix, the other two will end up getting focused on. So I'm going to show you, like, I'm just watching this in auto right now. As soon as you see the immunity, or not immunity, sorry, when you see immunity get set and then Alton tries to cast his spell to his skill to decrease defense, it's not going to hit the Phoenix, it's going to hit the other two totems. And then what ends up happening is the totems will get focused on, and so you're going to end up taking a lot of time to kill the boss. So you need to just make sure that you pay attention and then target a Phoenix. All right, so it hasn't casted yet, but I think it will happen next when the totems turns next. Hopefully I can actually just take out the unit in a couple of hits, but it looks like it's not going to happen. Okay, so you can see immunity is now on, so when Alton casts his skill, it's not going to hit the Phoenix. Instead it's going to hit the other two totems, and everybody's going to start attacking them instead. Okay, so we do actually take them out, which is good. Okay, but we are going to get a burn, and so we do need to make sure that we can get Varvin to heal. So this is why you bring in the green dragon as the dragon choice. Like, don't bring in anything else because you need the heal. This is going to be a little bit of a toughie because Guinevere actually died here, so it's gonna be sucky if I end up dying here. That does happen. Okay, it does happen. It's not a guarantee, but for the most part, I was able to successfully do this. So it just kind of sucks that on a live stream, when I said that I could do this, I don't end up doing it. So let's see if we can survive this one. Although it's going to be unlikely because just the way the turns worked, everyone's going to die here. So I'm going to give up here, but you can see how close that was. It was on auto. And like I said, I don't usually use Alton. Actually, I use Nora instead, and so Nora gives you a little bit more damage as well. And so, not a guarantee with this setup. I think like I just need a little bit more health and a little bit more attack from my units, and ultimately this is the highest level of the Rift, and so I'm using not all level 50s just yet, and so it's not 100% guaranteed, but I have had really good success with it. Just couldn't show it on live stream, but you can see how close I got. Papa Poi, you like this game better than Legendary? What would be a bundle to spend on? You got $10 left on your account. So I would say the best would be, let's take a look. So generally you want to avoid things that you can farm easily, right? Things that you can farm easily are going to be, your, I would say, let's take a look, okay? So I have a $3 special for gold scrolls. So gold scrolls are pretty good because for every 13 scrolls that you open, you then increase the chance of getting a epic hero. And this is the game, and I wanna since I have some of you here who are legendary Game of Heroes players, you'll notice that I don't actually have a lot of legendary units. I do have quite a bit compared to a lot of people, but I don't use them all. Instead, you notice that a lot of my highly developed units are all epics and even rare heroes because they're strong enough to do that. So that means using a gold scroll gives you a guaranteed rare unit. Every 13 that you pull, you are going to get an epic, and then every 200 gold that you open, you'll get a legendary. Okay, and so I like the ones where you can get, if you're starting out, I like the one where you get some gold scrolls so that you can open up some heroes and hopefully build up some really good rare hero army to get you through the early games. Because in the early games, you're getting a lot of common units, uncommon units, and they're fine. But if you can get a couple of rare units, you're going to get through your early game really easily. Then you can start building up. This is a game where you build up. And if you're looking to spend just a little bit here and there, that was a early game. Like, look for these bonuses that give you like a lot of scrolls and things that like XP tokens are really good because they give you double the amount of XP so you can level up faster and everything. You can get some gems. So this one's for $17.99 is not too bad actually, because you get a 3-day XP boost and you get 1,000 gems and you get these potions I keep saying that I need to farm. These are a little bit more expensive, and the cauldrons you're not going to need in early game. Okay, so if you're kind of playing early game, don't worry about cauldrons too much because you're not really there yet. Like, I would say just wait on that, and you can farm them. You can sort of win them in events as well. So here's another one, 25 scrolls for $15. I actually bought these a bit, and then at some point later on, there's going to be events where one of the things that you want to focus on is going to be your heroes. And here's another one. I would probably say most people say this is the best deal, so you can see I actually bought one for $9.99. So if you're looking like $10, like, hey, $10, what can I buy? So this one gets you 1,200 energy, and that allows you to farm so much. Okay, and then the 600 gems allows you to then buy energy. So here in this game, really, like, you use the energy to farm your levels, to get your resources, to farm your gold, to get your everything. And so if you're looking to spend a little bit, then I would say either go with the scrolls so that you can increase your arsenal of units, or if you got to the point where you have the right level of units, you just need to farm a lot, then you want to switch over to start focusing on more energy. In the beginning, I would say the best one to go for are the ones that give you scrolls and like something else. There's some really good deals compared to ones that are like 30, 40. I stay away from those ones. The ones that are like, a couple dollars here or $5 to $10. Those ones are ones that I would be okay with. BBX, glad you're still doing what you love to do. Yeah, I'm actually really enjoying my time here in the game. And for those of you, if you are interested in checking out the game, just so you know, I do have a link that if you use, and also a promo code if you use, you get also a free epic unit. Okay, so you get a free epic unit to use, and you get, 500 gems, right? And you get 5 of those scrolls. The whole thing overall is worth about $50 if you were to buy it manually. So just, something to keep in mind. If you're interested in joining the game, might as well get something for free. So that is something that I have to offer. And so if you are interested, just message me or take a look at the description. It has everything you need to know. Again, like, one thing that I wanted to tell people too is, like, I've realized just with this game, like, you can see with my fight against the dragon here, like, I spent a lot of time doing one fight, but I spent a lot of time like thinking about a strategy, thinking ahead, trying to figure out what the best composition is. And the nice thing is you can see all the heroes that are available. Okay, you can see all the heroes that are available. You can sort of plan around, like, what do I want? What would I like to see? What are the things that are really, really good? So that's one thing to think about. And then the other one is, like, as you go through, you're gonna learn so much about synergy. There's so much synergy. There's like so many different ways to play, and it's just something that I think that works really well if you enjoy building up in power. So you can see these rare heroes, they don't lose value. So that means like if I get them today, they're not gonna get devalued a week later. I can still use them every single day if I wanted to. So y'all, if there's a welcome bundle for $4.99, I think that's not a bad deal. Depends on what you get, but like things that are like below $10, if you're okay with it, I think that it gets you going. Okay, from a starting perspective, once you can get some of these like really nice nice rare heroes that allow you to let's go ahead and filter this, right? If you can get some like really nice rare heroes that that will help you get through the levels, then you're going to find yourself having an easy way to farm. And this is why I'm going to be focusing a lot of my time on how do you use your rare heroes. My next video is going to focus on Alton. And it's going to, you're going to see the heroes you're going to see Alton, Nora, Xena, Gorak, all of these units. And surprisingly, Inula is also a really good unit to use. There's a ton of different heroes that you can use. Depends on your play style, depends on what you like to do. All of these that you see right now here, all super useful, right? And so that's why I've enjoyed it. There's still so much for me to learn and so much to build up to. But I'm glad that I'm making strides. Like, I'm able to get over 1 million damage in 3 fights here. I haven't been able to do that, and I've been playing for like over 2 months. And it's a slow build up, but it's a good build up. And the dragon, once you get to like 4, 5, 6 stars, they become really difficult. And so there's definitely still a lot of room to grow for me. Anyways, I just wanted to say thanks for joining me here. This is probably all I'm going to do for the stream, and I really enjoy, really appreciate you coming in and joining me here. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, Papa Poi, if you have questions, I have a line group as well as a Discord server. If you want to join and you can ask any questions, we've got lots of people that can answer you and just kind of help you along, whatever you might be wondering about. Also, if you're joining in, King Dragon has a guild. If you want to join his guild, it's look up TBone Legends. So you think the only thing you don't like is that you have to buy hero spots? I know that was the one thing. I will be very honest. That was the one thing that a lot of people had a huge problem with, because in the beginning you were able to keep all of your heroes in the inbox, and they took that away. My hope is that the game is still relatively new, much newer than Legendary is, and that they're eventually going to just remove all of that. You do have to keep in mind that in Legendary Game of Heroes, like, you still needed to buy the slots. If you remember, those of us who bought slots, we end up getting way more, right? So like if we had, I think for those of us who open up like 500, 600 slots, we end up getting like 3,000. So what they did was like whatever you opened up, you got way more. And I think if you're starting out, you still need to buy the slots, but you get a lot more. So it's not like they gave everybody, the old players got them for free. A lot of the all the new players today, I think they still needed to get. So Papa Boy, you're in TBone Legends right now. Oh, okay, great. Glad to see. So hope you guys do well in the contest. It's gonna start in about a week's time. And best of luck to everybody. So remember, in the contest, the idea here is the details here are the rewards are going to be given in gift cards. So it's going to be gift cards, so that way it's much easier to give. Just you can get it over email, so you can redeem it right away. If you are in a guild that wins the contest of all the guilds, then and the guilds that participate are the ones that have the players in them, then everybody in the guild wins. And then we're gonna have random drawings as well, so that people can also just everybody who used my code, and I think I'm going to work with the devs and see if I think it's for sure everybody who used the TBone contest code. But if you joined before and used my original code, we should be able to get something for you as well. All right, so there are a lot of opportunities to win something good, and it's a really nice gesture. I think, like, if you're checking out a new game, and all you have to do is enter a code and play the game, and then you have a chance to win some cash, which I think is really nice, right? And so in my 4 years of playing Legendary, I think I was able to do like 500 gem giveaway a couple of times, and that's it. But never really like good rewards and giveaways. In my future streams, I'm gonna start doing more codes. Like this was more of an ad hoc stream, but in my future Gemstone Legends streams, I'm going to give out redeemable codes as well, so that you could. I'm gonna do redeemable codes so that you could get some goodies as well. I'm gonna change this team. I'm gonna try this one more time. It was kind of a shame that I ended up not succeeding in doing this. So I'm gonna do this one more time while I'm on this stream right now. I want to see, like, it's funny because like off stream, I would use the setup and I would be able to win just fine, and then did a stream live and then suddenly like dies. But like if you like, so I guess I'll just keep talking while I'm here. If you're starting out, one of the things that you want to be thinking about is like what are the goals you want to set for yourself with the game, and the easiest thing is to figure out like what hero. I think a lot of people have questions like what hero should I go for, like I get so many, I don't know what to do, I get really confused. And so I work with King Dragon as well, and I did some voice chat with him on Discord. One of the things I think you want to look at is the fusion units. So the 2 legendary units that you can get, one is Guinevere, the other is Streetbog, and one of the recipes for Guinevere is Premislav. So as you're starting out, you want to focus on doing fusion for Premislav because he's going to help you farm. Then as you use him to farm, you get more units, and then you can start getting more gold and everything. Then you want to try and do fusion for Guinevere. As soon as you get Guinevere, you'll be on your way to defeating a lot of units, a lot of levels. You start having an easier time doing more and more, and then you're going to just become stronger, right? And at that point, then like as you obtain more gold scrolls and you open them, you'll start building up your units. But I would say the 2 colors that you really want to focus on, one is going to be green and the other is going to be blue. So you actually want to try and prioritize these 2 colors because those 2 colors will help you get to the highest level of Rift, so that you could farm for much better artifacts. Okay, artifacts or gears are a huge part of this game, where if you can farm for 5-star and 6-star artifacts regularly, eventually you're going to only farm for 6-star artifacts, and you're going to start selling all of your 5 stars, and that's going to get you a lot of gold, right? So it's a cycle that kind of builds, right? And there's obviously, like I said, there's a lot of different ways to play. There's a lot of different heroes that you can use, but some of the sort of the staples, things that don't change. The strategy here definitely is you want to build up a good green team, you want to build up a good blue team, you want to be doing your Goliath and your Phoenix Rifts regularly, and then that's going to help you build up lots of gold and build up lots of 6-star artifacts, and then your heroes will just become stronger and stronger. So that's like, I know that I said a lot. There's a lot of things that you can think about and strategize, but I think just in the beginning, just knowing that all of your rare heroes are going to be useful, but you definitely want to make sure that you are saving the ones that can help you toward fusion. That's going to be one of the most important things. All right, so let's take a look and see how we're doing here. Like, I almost wonder like if it might be better for me to simply bring in a yeah, I feel like for some reason I'm not doing well in the healing department, right? So like I feel like I'm gonna die right now. This is really strange because I was doing just fine and then now everyone died. Okay, I'm gonna stop trying. I'm gonna go back and figure this out because I feel kind of silly now that I said it worked and then I died twice in a row. So I gotta figure out what's going on here. But I swear those were the teams that I was using. I would not be trying to show it if it didn't work. But I'm gonna go back and check this out. Like, what I didn't want to do is like I didn't want to showcase a team that used multiple legendaries. Like this is where like I think I would have probably said instead of Nora, I would have probably done something like this with Sigil, right? So because Sigil is also one that removes a lot of Sigil also removes debuffs, but I didn't want to showcase teams that just uses legendaries because not everybody can get that. So I'm gonna try this again and we'll see how it works, but I'm gonna end the stream for now. Thanks a lot for joining me, guys. This is actually really fun. I had a really good time here. So today is Monday. So Mondays are not my typical days, but I'll be doing regular streams on a weekly basis, so I'll let everybody know. Thanks for joining me.